What's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and today we're gonna have fun playing some Ninja Poison. So we have Fynn the Fangbearer still in the format. 2 mana, 1/3 with Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters onto it. As long as they have 10 poison counters on them, they're dead. They lose the game. As soon as they get 10 poison counters, the game is done. So our game plan is to try to get Fynn the Fangbearer out on the battlefield, hit them in the face with 5 Death Touch creatures or 5 times with Death Touch creatures while Fynn is on the battlefield, and they immediately lose the game. Our deck is actually really ramped up by Kamigawa. Kamigawa made this deck insanely more powerful and I think a lot more consistent. Mainly because we got a few extra pieces. First off, another 1-drop in green, which is perfect. Fang of Shigeki, 1 mana, 1/1 with Death Touch. Just to be able, another 1-drop to be able to get more creatures on the battlefield quickly, to be able to hit in with Fynn no matter way, get lots of poison counters onto them. Then we also have Spell Pierce, which protects our stuff way better. Tamiyo also protecting Fynn a lot better. Tamiyo Safekeeping, be able to dodge the board wipes a little bit better with this deck. That's also what Spell Pierce is in here for. Then we also got Master's Rebuke, a 2 mana instant. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. It's instant speed. This effect has been around for a long time, and as long as we have a Death Touch creature that's using this, we're targeting our Death Touch creature, it will deal Death Touch damage to the opponent or to the creature, and it'll die immediately. Not planeswalkers though, unfortunately. But that's awesome. We also have Kappa Tech-Wrecker. We have the Ninja Turtle in this, which is able to hit in and destroy artifacts and enchantments, which you guys know is really important in the format right now. And that's basically the main game plan of this deck. Is just we have a bunch of new ninjas in here, as well as just other Death Touch creatures that are cheap and useful and very powerful and good without even having Fynn as well. But Fynn is the main way that we are trying to actually win with this deck for sure. We have Instrument of the Bards to make sure that we are being able to search up for Fynns. If we ever, the first one dies, we need to get multiples out there. We have plenty of removal to hopefully protect that as well. We have Toski because we have a bunch of semi-evasive creatures and Death Touch to make sure we're hitting in a bunch of cheap creatures to keep drawing cards, find our Fynns again. And then we have Saryth, the Viper's Fang, which can give has hexproof for all creatures that are untapped. All tapped creatures have Death Touch, which means that Toski and Saryth will be able to at least have Death Touch as well when they're attacking in. Everything else already has it. Although sometimes Kappa Tech-Wrecker might remove the Death Touch counter, so it can still be useful. And then it can also pay 1 to tap it to make sure our Fynn that's attacking in will be able to have hexproof whenever we need it to. And so this deck is, I think, way ramped up from what it was before, and I'm really excited to see how it goes with Kamigawa. So let's dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, we're up against Disney Fan, no blue mana, Master's Rebuke. So I typically am trying to mulligan for either Fynn or Toski, but having a bunch of removal could be decent as well, just like stopping what they do and then find Fynn and hit in. There's some matchups that would be really bad though as well. So I don't know how far we can mulligan before this just becomes bad. One more time, mulligan. Wow, okay, well, we got a Toski, but I don't know if we have the mana to actually make that work. Let's drop one of our cheaper ones. Can I drop the Master's Rebuke and keep the Toski? Don't have a lot of lands. You can always draw into more Toskis, right? We're gonna try to keep the Toski. No, not okay. We have to stay alive. Pass the turn. Okay, we can't mulligan down below 5, which just is not ever going to be good enough. We have to be able to put out enough creatures to make it actually useful. So go Fang. So hopefully we top deck into a Fynn. What is our odds of hitting Fynn? Let's check out MTG Assistant. Trusty Dusty MTG Assistant. This is where it's awkward, is when they have creatures that they're totally willing to just sacrifice to make sure they get through with stuff. And so let's just throw out the Wrecker for now. Way to get through enchantments. No attacks, pass the turn. We want to keep as many Death Touch creatures alive for when we find Fynn. We don't just want to be trading off all of the time. Another Spirited Companion. Yeah, that's cool, whatever. All right, so Fynn, what's our odds of hitting Fynn? It's a 7.69% chance each time. All right, that's not amazing, They haven't hit a land yet, so that's good. But this we're gonna hold on to Boseiju as long as we can in this matchup. Let's go ahead and you kill you. Gain some life out of it. Again, we don't have to go too aggressive here. We're just trying to build up the combo win. So getting in for damage isn't necessary. Decline. We're not going to kill something just yet. Keep Death Touch on the battlefield. We have Master's Rebuke. If we hit land, we also have Boseiju, which is nice. Get some lifelink, draws a card. Do they hit a land yet? All right, they found a land. That's a big deal. Losing out on all of their abilities. Yeah, no blocks. We're fine. We have the Master's Rebuke. Disruption's not bad either. That means I think I do hold on to Boseiju, or I get rid of Boseiju, and I'd rather counter one of the auras or something here later. I want to make sure I get the mana for Toski. So we'll just swing in here. They're trying to hold off until we actually use the Kappa Tech-Wrecker. Now we can hold back for blocker now. Circle of Confinement. Make him spend 1 right now. Not really that useful, huh? All right, so what do they get rid of? Probably the Kappa Tech-Wrecker, right? Yeah. That's fine. Spirited Companion. Yeah, we'll Disruption that. No cards, no card draw for you. Yeah, they're doing just fine getting in with the lifelinker. We're not going to use this yet, though. One of our best spells cards. Okay, we got to fight something, you know, at some point here. We're not wanting to block, though, so we'll go ahead and swing in, pass the turn. Keep the race alive. It's not really working, guys. Kami. All right, yeah, so Kami comes out. They found the green source. That's a big deal. Do they have some sort of protection? That's another question. Down to 19. We're gonna say Spell Tier, so we'll at least be able to kill that. Yeah, so get rid of the Kami right away. Come on, deck. You gotta give me something at some point, all right? All right, come on. Pass the turn. Dang it. Rolling it down to finding nothing. We have a, you know, a higher chance now. It's 8% chance every single draw to try to find a Fynn, which I mean still isn't amazing, but you know, it could happen. All right, it has a 2/2. We will kill Weaver. I don't want them to be getting too much life here. I'm hoping Spell Pierce can hit something useful. Oh, I forgot about Kami coming back. Right. Instrument of the Bards. That's very, very powerful. All right, that means that, you know, 2 turns from now, we can find a Fynn and then play it out. Maybe this should just be a one-of, because it is really slow to make it work. But our whole deck is built around Fynn, and that can definitely win us the game sometimes. It can also find Toski, but the issue is you can't find, so at the beginning of your upkeep, you find stuff, so Spell Pierce. That's a counter onto Kami. At the beginning of your upkeep, you put a counter onto it. We take action. There's Toski. That's not bad. It's a blocker here, at least a little bit. Get to draw some cards. Finally finding something useful. Well, kinda. All right. Yeah, put a counter onto it. Search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to the number of harmony counters onto Instrument of the Bards. It's not equal to or less than. If it was equal to or less than, this would be a really busted card. But as it is, it's just kind of like, didn't have the mana for Spell Pierce. That was brutal. Come on. You'd find another Boseiju or something. I think this one's probably just over, guys. We just this is the issue of sometimes, you know, you just don't draw cards. And that's an okay thing. Yeah, put a counter onto it. Let's see here. That's an answer for the Kami. I can activate this at instant speed, right? So if Spell Pierce is going to be useful, I can find the guy, get a treasure, use Spell Pierce. I still have a blocker with a Fang here as well, pass the turn. I also have Otawara. Yeah, we're gonna have to bounce just to not be dead, you know? All of the Imposter. All right, gets a counter there. It does have Trample. We're gonna trade off with the Spirited Companion here. Rune of Might already has that. That's fine. This means that they won't be able to draw the card, and they won't be able to cast it as well here. So let's go ahead and do it now. Bounce you now. And now if they swing in, we will trade off still. I mean, I'd like to keep this up for the Kami later, but this is a lot of enchantments that die right now. And now they're top decking. All right, so is it better to take this up to 4 and get our other stuff? We're gonna decline. We came to play Fynn. All right, man. Okay, we're gonna take lots of damage just so we become a 3/3. They get to play something else. If they top deck anything amazing, we're in lots of trouble. So pass the turn. All right, let's just go ahead and activate this now. Doesn't really matter. All right, so we find Fynn. Get a treasure. I could have gone and found... Oh, no. I have it on 2, so I have to be able to find a 2-drop. Do I want to keep it where I can keep finding Fynns or get up to a Toski for later? I don't think it really matters now. Fynn is at least something we can block with, right? All right, so Fynn. Yeah, play Fynn. Play Needlethorn Drake. Have some blockers. Pass the turn. Man, they get to target it. That's so annoying. All right. Well, all right. So we take 3. Kami has trample is the biggest issue. If they can make it big enough, it becomes a really big issue. Klein. It's a Toski. That doesn't actually answer the Kami, but it does block without dying. And it could maybe give us a... I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. All right, let's go ahead and find Fynn. Any enchantment means Fynn dies when it blocks this. So do I play the Fynn or do I play Needle Drake? Because this will definitely die. This has a chance that they don't find the right top deck. And Fynn can be a little bit better. Potentially. Yeah, we're going to go for it. It has more toughness. Keeps us alive better. Pass the turn. We're staying alive, guys. And their life total doesn't matter at all for us. Right? Right. There is something on turn 4 that we can find. Let's go ahead and let's take action now. Get this a little bit higher. Fynn is nice, but we don't need it at the moment. Go here. Go... And any enchantment, we're in so much trouble. All right, so go Toski. No attacks, pass the turn. Finds a land. Okay, they're top decking exactly how we need them to, which is nice. That's the card we were going to find. All right, well, that's interesting. That's a blocker, though. That's what we were looking for, is we needed something that has good amount of blocking ability. All right. All right. They let it through. Interesting. They let us draw a card? Wow, that's awesome. Whoa, yeah, they have been top decking so poorly. Decline. Keep it where it's at. All right, I think we got a shot now. Hey, Drake. They have too much mana to make Spell Pierce even worthwhile to be holding on to, so it doesn't really matter now. Play those. Swing in here. I think I need to keep this back just in case they do go off with stuff. They have some draws. They can have some removal potentially. But I might have a chance of actually drawing. Whoa, they do actually scoop. So yeah, the cool thing was that I forgot about that actually. Because we had the Sith, it gave it Death Touch as it was tapped down. That's right. So as it sat down, it got Death Touch. So Toski with Death Touch becomes a pretty awesome thing. Wanting to swing in there for a little bit more potentially. Man, that was actually... We came back. That was so sweet. All right, up against Horse Limb, a little bit of an awkward hand. We do have the Needlethorn Drakes. We don't have the lands to get up to Toski. So this deck, I typically want to mulligan until I find either a Fynn or a Toski. So having the Toski, but only 2 lands is a little bit awkward. We are a little bit light on lands because of how cheap our deck is typically. So let's just say mulligan, try to find our Fynn. There we go. So we have a Fynn. Life is better. No blue mana, but we can discard something here or put it to the bottom. So let's just go ahead and drop the Spell Pierce. It would be nice to have, but right now, not needed. Go Lair of the Hydra, pass the turn. So we're leading off with another creature with Death Touch for Fynn, so we have a higher chance of it staying alive, of course. Let's see what we're up against, as well as be able to hit in the turn that it comes out. I really wish that this was a 1-mana spell. Eventually, the power creep will happen. We'll be able to get a 1-mana version of this, an instant speed one as well. It would be a really busted effect if it was instant speed and able to do that. So let's go Wrecker. Maybe they won't play artifacts and enchantments now that this is out there. That'd be nice, you know. Arena's playing a little bit slow at the moment, so hopefully that starts ramping up. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys have issues with Arena, like just kind of occasionally glitching out and doing stuff? I think most people have told me they have issues with that in general. But yeah. All right, so yeah, we have Fynn on the battlefield. I'm looking for another 1-drop or a blue source. I think would be nice. Those are like our best draws to find. Gives our stuff a buff. So they're trying to give us something to hit right away, which is, I guess, kind of interesting. So hopefully they don't have the removal on the next turn. I'm not gonna destroy just the Michiko until later. So we want to keep the Death Touch counter onto this. Decline. Yeah, so they're the enchantment deck, which means this Kappa Tech-Wrecker is flipping awesome for us. Having some removal for the next turn is really nice. Next turn we should be able to get them up to 6 more poison counters, as long as we can, you know, attack in, don't have too many blockers, and Master's Rebuke should help with that. Life is good. Life is good. Oh no. Okay, is this exile target? Until it leaves the battlefield, which means I can remove the Kappa Tech-Wrecker and have it come back. So that's okay. So yeah, attack in. So yeah, take action. Get rid of you. Needlethorn Drake. They will get 1 blocker out on the battlefield. We have the Master's Rebuke as soon as they have a target for us. So we should at least be able to get in decently well. This no longer has Death Touch though. Good thing to remember. All right, so this is red comes out. So this is the Rune Forger one, which is pretty insane. Do I need to just kill this? That's the question. Are they going to throw out a bunch of other stuff later? So you kill them. That's a Spell Pierce. That's actually not bad. Can I go with Lair the Hydra? Okay, opponent says good game. So this didn't have Death Touch anymore, so I didn't actually have a lethal. Opponent was close there. But if they didn't have another answer for Fynn, we had the flyer. We had enough Death Touchers that we should have been able to get through just fine. So good game, sir. Up against K-Bomb. Don't have a Fynn, don't have any way to find it, but it's a beautiful Death Touch hand. All right, we're gonna test this out. I said that we always need to be mulliganing for Fynn, but the last game we actually won without having to have it. Which is an intriguing possibility. So we typically want everything on green. I'm debating what I want to do with this one. If I want to actually get out Needlethorn Drake early, it's a really great card if we find a Fynn really fast, because it can just keep hitting in for us. And it also is a little bit cheaper, so we can keep hitting other things. Ooh, killing that is, I think, top priority now. So I do want this on green. All right, so let's go for green here. Let's go Devouring Tendrils. Yeah, we kill Jukai Naturalist basically anytime that we can. This deck is one of the harder matchups for us because they go super wide, have lots of tokens, and that's bad for Death Touch. They have lots of things that are okay having die to the Death Touch stuff. So getting rid of the early game stuff to maybe slow them down a little bit can be good. That's the one. Dude, the Doggo destroys us because it's a 1/1 they're okay having die. I don't know what to do about that. How do we beat that? Yeah. Okay, plays out of land. Spell Pierce is not bad to be able to hold up. Now I kind of wish I had held on to more mana. I just want to kill this and keep hitting in? I think we get out more stuff. So let's go another Blade. Let's pass the turn. We want to just keep more Death Touch creatures out in the battlefield. I'm going to hold on to Spell Pierce and potentially the Master's Rebuke. Try to kill things. They do have quite a few enchantments that they're just playing in this deck in general that are not enchantment creatures. All of the sagas we can Spell Pierce away. Rune of Might. Okay, in this case we actually kill it. So creature we control kills you. Because now they don't get this doesn't ever hit the battlefield, they don't get to draw the card. They don't get the benefit. They get an extra land out. Ooh, and they didn't play anything. That's what we were looking for. All right, so attack in. All right, we're just gonna beat down, you know. We get a bunch of 1/1s on the battlefield, and that's all we need, you know. We can at least spell pierce the Doomscar or something like that if that's gonna happen. Highly doubt it. This is the Runeforge enchantment deck. Is this the only deck we're gonna face up against? Oh, brutal, brutal. Come on, Fynn. Where's Fynn? All right, MTG assistant. Guys, check this out down in the description below. It's a free way to support the channel. 8.33% chance every single turn. Or we can find instrument of the Bards, or really what I'm looking for now is just the, where is it, Toski. Toski also has 8.33% chance. So between those, 16% chance, 16.66% chance to find all of our hopes and dreams. All right, so they get a Showdown of the Skalds. They get to hit a land and maybe a blocker. Generous Visitors, they won't be blocking with, though. They didn't find a green source, so not playing it. That's good. Well, we're chipping them down slowly but surely. All right, since we're just doing nothing right now, let's keep checking. Oh, man, now we're up to 17% chance. 17% chance to find all of our hopes and dreams, guys. That is the hope and the dream. Down to 9, though, with 5 creatures on the board. Unless they find ways to gain life, which we have answers for already, we're in actually okay shape. So Generous Visitors can come out. They only have 1 green source, which means they can play that out. They can play another Showdown of the Skalds, try to find more answers, maybe find another green land off of that and play the other visitors. It's not amazing for them. Okay, they did find green land. Okay, so double Generous Visitors. Oh, what do we kill? So Generous Visitors gets bigger. I'm okay with a thing getting big because we can trade off with it. The issue might actually be the Jukai Naturalist more so, though. So they run out of green stuff. I want to kill this as soon as possible for them to cast too many things. We just want them to not have as many blockers. The cool thing is anytime that they try to, you know, get one of our 1/1s, we trade off and we get to keep more stuff on the battlefield. This Needlethorn Drake could actually do it. So killing the lifelinker, I think, is the most important thing. Do I wait until they put all the counters onto it? Or what? That's the question. All right, so they can play it on another Showdown, which, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good play for them. Rune Assassinance gets some more lifelink stuff going on. Yeah, that was a good play. That's a really good play for them. So we don't want them to get the card draw, so kill you. And now we're hoping for a way to kill this as well. Kappa Tech. All right. Do I care about the Showdown? They need a block, I think. Debating if I want to destroy Showdown or this. They don't block. Okay, then this becomes awesome. All right, so we trade out with let's go for the ninjas since we are the ninja deck, right? All right, so now we get to kill the naturalist. They don't get to gain life. Take action. Kill you. You're dead. Oh, that was huge. All right, well, apparently we don't need Fynn to win. Although if you find a Fynn, they'll get all the poison counters. Even if they gain life, I guess, you know, but we should be able to kill them anyway. Unless they have board wipe. I don't think, or life gain. Life gain is the biggest issue. If they have life gain, we're in trouble. Even if they do find life gain, we also have Toski off the top, which is amazing. We have Fynn, which still wins us the game. Like, we have a bunch of top decks now that are still good. Gets out a lifelinker. I don't like that. Rune of might be like their best play now. Of just things I'm expecting them to have that if they're playing that first, they're probably not playing other things. All right, Runeforge Champion is insane. Okay, they got the combo online. They get to grow the Naturalist. Oh, I forgot Showdown is still going. No. All right. You get to draw more cards. We got them to a place where they're going to have to start chump blocking, which is at least somewhat useful. Rune of Speed. They're going to attack in now. It's a way to go. Did they run out of all their other runes? Really confused with why they wouldn't go for Rune of Might or something there, just to get this a little bit bigger. Because I think having it bigger is what matters. But I guess hitting this turn is what's bad. Oh, man. Yeah, Showdown is awesome. Yeah, that's... 7 life that they're gaining here. We do, I mean, if they swing in to gain the life right away, we at least have to block. I feel like they've got to go for that because we could top deck another, you know, another one of these to kill them. So yeah, they get to gain tons of life. We take a bunch of damage. They get to keep Runeforge Champion on the battlefield. Disruption. Our life total is also a little bit low now. We do go ahead and swing in through the Runeforge Champion. I'm okay trading off with him. Pass the turn. Disruption, I guess we'll hold on to. I mean, it's not really useful here, but, you know, they're trying to play like their entire deck at once, so it helps a tiny bit. Generous Visitors. Enchantment, yeah. Yeah. If they find a showdown, that's when this becomes amazing. Ah, yeah, we got him! Ah! Disruption coming through! Alright, well... Well, luckily it's a top deck war now, which I think that we can actually do okay with. Oh, yeah. That's a good top deck. With 5 draws, they probably do trade off with a Spirited Companion with something. So 4 draws, we can hit maybe a land and another 1-drop. And we definitely can find land. I'm just worried that we could die here. With Generous Visitors, they do have quite a bit of stuff there. Toski is a good blocker. That's kind of the main reason I'm attacking in here. And the top deck has to be flippin' amazing. They don't have any creature lands, down to 5. We draw 3. Come on, come on, come on. What the crap? Still no Fynn. Okay, we are 20 or 19 cards deep. We've had a 9% chance to draw Fynn like all this time. Okay, I know it goes up each time, but still, come on. Deck. Come on, we gotta make this work. Okay, so not only did opponent time us out, they actually stopped on our draw step before we could draw. That is just like, that's the ultimate rudeness right there. But I'm okay bringing this salt out in people, especially with that kind of game. That was hilarious. Loved it. All right, we're up against Daddy Stash, and the only thing that can make this hand better is being on the play. So we're definitely gonna keep this one. We have Fynn on turn 2, which is beautiful. So the question is always, how many creatures do we get out on the battlefield before we actually play out the Fynn? Because we could get like multiple guys out on the battlefield quickly. I think Kappa Tech is a good one to get out. And that way we can like play Fynn with a 1-drop. If we find a land, there's the land. All right, that lets us play blue mana, which is very nice. So play this out. I think I go ahead and swing in here. You go for the trade-off right away. That's fine. So yeah, we always want to have a creature hitting in with Fynn. All right, pass the turn. I'm pretty okay with the trade-off here and there. They might have guessed what we were doing right away. Like starting off with a 1-drop Death Touch creature. The people that know Fynn are like, oh yeah, that's bad. Okay. Okay, so we go Fynn. I need to get blue mana out at some point, huh? All right, so whenever one of our creatures are put, how does this work? Counters are put onto a creature you control. Then you can play it again. Okay, gotcha. Killing the Ranger class, is that actually worthwhile here? So I'm expecting them to have some sort of removal. Snakeskin Veil. Goes for the trade-off. All right, that's fine. Getting rid of a lot of our Death Touchers. That is a good play to an extent. I mean, we're getting them kind of like 2-for-1ing them with some stuff, which I'm okay with as long as they don't have removal for Fynn. As soon as they have removal for Fynn, this gets worse. That's a Toski. Okay, another Death Toucher into Master's Rebuke. Kill this. Get in for the damage. That's probably better. Having the Toski would have been really nice to draw the cards immediately, but we're trying to go for the Fynn play. Not putting out the Kappa Tech-Wrecker. The cool thing about Kappa Tech, though, is that if we do end up having to use the Death Touch creature, finding another Kappa Tech-Wrecker will bring the other one back to hand. We can get Death Touch creature again, and I keep cycling through that effect as well if we need to. So Death Touch stuff is bad. Or if they have another Snakeskin Veil. How much do I expect them to have it? This is a deck built around putting counters onto everything, right? Whenever one or more counters are put onto stuff. That gives us the game if it hits through, though, right? Let's just play it a little bit safer. They're definitely going to block one of them. Okay, they block there. We get the card draw. Oh, what am I doing? Well, Ranger class, I mean, yeah, sure. We wanted to do that. We got rid of our flipping Death Toucher. I messed up there. All right, we're okay. We're okay. That was definitely a mistake. That was a big ol' mistake. Counters put onto stuff. They can put on top of the library. All right, so this is definitely a beginner deck, which feels a little bit bad to be destroying, but you know what? We're gonna take our time doing it too, so don't you worry about that. So it dies. We get a swing in, draw 3 cards. We're really prolonging it now as well. Get some protection now, pass the turn. Yep. Okay, attacking. So let's see what they got. Do they have removal for the Fynn? It's Biglier. So they can kill Fynn. I think that they'll still get the counter, so it doesn't really matter here. But we protect Fynn. We throw you out onto the other Kappa Tech. And then, yeah, it's all sorts of game over. All right, there we go. As soon as they get the enough counters, it's all over. Decline, doesn't matter. There we go. All right, so we got there up against a beginner deck. I was not going to play this into ranked, but now I'm thinking we probably should. Up against Usagi, I'd love to have an untap first play, or I guess 2 untap cards here to be able to play out a 2-drop. We can, yeah, we're on the draw, so there we go. We can find it, and we did. Go Fang, pass the turn. Be able to hold up Spell Pierce would be pretty nice for protection at some point. All right, they're holding up mana for removal, which is never fun to see. Boseiju could potentially be a very good card for us there too. All right, so what's the game plan? Do I get out Fynn right away, or do I get out some more other dudes? Let's go for Fang. I'm going to try to get the removal before anything else. So yeah, I'm not going for Fynn, otherwise I would have played it before combat. Hit in. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was still trying to ninjutsu there for a second. All right, play out Kappa Tech. Hopefully this is just a little bit out of their range for removal. They can also just threaten any kind of if they're doing equipment or vehicles, or draw out removal before anything else hits. Spell Pierce should be really useful for us here on this next turn, and hopefully we get to hit the land for the Toski. So yeah, we play out Fynn, we hold up Spell Pierce, and just start trying to get in with a little bit of poisonousness. Touch, okay. Let's take the Kappa. No more Ninja Turtles, man. It's the worst. All right, being able to destroy this can be pretty useful later too. We're gonna hold off for now though. Get in for some poison. Gotta start going with that at some point here, right? We can always find, hopefully, another Fynn as well, or another, dude, oh, I forgot, Fynn actually costs 1 here. Or Boseiju costs 1 because of Fynn. So if they don't have anything, then, oh man, that's also our mana for Toski, but we have to, yeah, let's just go for the, get rid of that. We don't have the mana for Spell Pierce in case they have something right now. Little bit sketchy here. They're holding up 4 mana. I probably should have held up the Spell Pierce anyway. So this was a very greedy play. But Kappa Tech can probably get a lot of things that they need as well. Now they have 5 mana as well. So potential Doomscar coming up soon. We can't really play anything because I really need to hold up the Spell Pierce now. We need the blue mana. So I think this is enough though. We're not going to increase our win speed unless we keep Fynn on the battlefield. So hit in. Wandering Emperor, Spell Pierce. All right. We did stuff. We got their poison counter up even higher. Now, even if we have to go to the late game, so we decline there. Even if we go to the late game, we can just get, you know, keep some death touches on the battlefield and hopefully find a Fynn and life is fine. They're playing that instead of removal. That's a good sign. That's a pretty good sign. Radiant Grace. Okay. Let's bring it back. All right. They're just going all in on for enchantments. They get a hit for a 10.5. It has vigilance. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Man, I would have loved to hit the land there. So we go here. I'm trying to remember. So I believe that the poison counter stuff just triggers first off anyway. Let's test it out here. I'm like 100% sure that Fynn dying doesn't matter here. Oh, unless it had first strike. Okay, I'm glad it didn't there. All right, so those trigger doesn't really matter now. We'll decline. There we go. So 10 poison counters just kills him. Finn's ability isn't the one that says that. It's just poison counters in general are just, once you have 10 of them, they're dead. So that still works for us. All right, guys, I don't know what's going on with this one. I think I just had a deck with the same name, but we only played 5 games. We were on the draw 4 times, and we still dominated there. This deck is actually pretty good. Wow, I didn't even realize. I'm so used to being on the draw, but yeah, 100% win rate being on the draw is pretty legit. So Fynn is awesome. So the biggest changes I'd make, I think Instant of the Bards was useful, but it's so slow. Like, yeah, in the long stretched out games, those occasional ones that we might have, we want Instant of the Bards to be able to find us Fynn, but I think I'd rather just find some other way to draw cards. This is our only tutor for the format. So we put 1 in the deck. It's a good thing to play out on turn 1. It lets you keep more hands is the biggest thing. And so that means we have to mulligan less. It means we could do whatever. So that is at least a way to, like, okay, we can play this on turn 1, play out a bunch of death touchers on, you know, later on turns, maybe turn 5, we can pay for, grab a Fynn, get the extra treasure out of it, spend the 2 because you have 5 mana, and be able to get a Fynn out on the battlefield, hit him with a bunch of creatures, and that can potentially be lethal right there. So like Into the Bards, I liked it because it's a good card to keep in the hand, but I think you go down to 1. What you go up for, I'm not sure. Fading Hope, we never really got to see this much, but I think Fading Hope does, we needed a little bit more removal than what we had. That also protects our Fynn potentially as well. Like there were some other just good removal, so having another 1 mana way to protect our stuff that isn't Spell Pierce, that doesn't counter every single thing, would be nice. Disruption and Spell Pierce though played really well for us. It was fantastic. I really liked just basically everything from this deck. It was really good. Yeah, good stuff. Saryth, I might have wanted more of. Although we weren't getting to 4 mana as much because we have very few lands. It's 20 lands, 21 with Disruption. I could drop an Instant with the Bards, grab us 1 more land to maybe add in, but I don't feel like we were really needing it too much. This deck does have lots of 2-drops, so you want to be able to play more 2-drops. Yeah, I'm not sure what we do. What you do with that, but I think that's the only card I'd really drop. Instant of the Bards can go down, go up Fading Hope, maybe improve the mana base. You could also maybe include some like maybe just card draw with like Reckoner, Bankbuster, anything like that. That's at least a bigger creature to be able to get through on the times that we don't have stuff. Just like be able to tap down all of our Death Touchers, hit in. It can be a decent play. So anyway, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.